Jessica. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon to some others. As Jessica stated, I'm Natalie, the lead trainer for Bergen County Office for Children. On the screen, you do see my contact information if you have any other questions. I always provide technical assistance on NJCCIS because it is a tricky website. So you're more than welcome to send me an email, reach out to me, and I'm able to provide you with the guidance necessary. So let's get started. Today we are going to be covering just the basics of NJCCIS, a quick overview, what is NJCCIS, how to create an account for those who do not have one, the importance of role request. We will go over the help page and NJCCIS functionalities in regards to professional profile, how to find training, online training, especially at this time that there's everything, it's virtual. We will go over applications, quick links, and then at the end, we will have a time for Q&A.
Great.
Okay, so NJCCIS, it stands for New Jersey Childcare Information System. It is also known as the Workforce Registry, and it is designed to serve as a one-stop for business operations related to licensing, for childcare centers, for family childcare providers, the NJ Workforce Registry, and also it has Grow NJ Kids. So it has a lot of functionalities. And back in the day, we used to use Pinch for professional development, but now this system took over and it's a one-stop, and it's like the biggest thing right now, where most of the childcare centers are able to go into, find the training and everything related to their center with their licenses and all of that stuff. So the state is always making minor changes or minor adjustments to the system. They might be adding even more stuff to it soon. So I always do recommend for you to navigate through this page once in a while to become familiarized with all of its features. So I'm a very visual person, so I wanted to include all of the screenshots of exactly how the page looks to make it easier for you to understand exactly where everything is located, because it is a little bit tricky. So this is the home page. As you can see, it has these specific tabs, the help tab, which is, you know, all how-to documents. You see the login tab. You see the public complaints tab. So for the public complaints tab, anyone can make a complaint for a childcare center or family childcare provider. It can be anonymous, and Office of Licensing will be the one receiving that notification, viewing it, verifying it, and then they will see what to do depending what the complaint was about. So I just wanted to show you, because any parent can log into this page, and that's how they will do the complaint. You see bookmarks at the bottom right. Those are very specific. So if you click on any of those, it will send you directly to that link, to that page for more information. Also for the new to NJCCIS, that's where you will click if you do not have an account yet to create a page. We will go over that on the following slide. But please note that the password is very sensitive. If you do mess up 3 times trying to log in, the system will lock you out, and you will have to call the NJCCIS help desk for them to be able to give you access to the account again. The only difference right now with the home page is that at the top left corner, it has extra information on a new grant that's coming up. It's the New Jersey Child Care Stabilization Grant. This grant will be available for child care centers and registered family child care provider homes, but right now we don't have information about it. So it's just notifying everyone that this is coming up. And once they have more information, they will send that out to all of you. So if you do not have an NJCCIS account, this is where you will go. You will select the green tab, new to NJCCIS. So if you are an early childhood professional, I do recommend that you have this page everyone has one. And this is just, to show you how to create this account. But this is where you will be checking all your professional development. This is where you're going to be accumulating your hours and getting the information about your center, when to renew, a sponsor change, everything. So one of the handouts that I am sending out to you, it will be a step-by-step guide that I created on registering for the account and also on how to find classes. And also the bottom part where it says roles, if you do not select a role, the system will not give you complete access to most of its features. So if you are a director, if you are a sponsor, that's what you will select. If you are a teacher or an assistant teacher or just a trainer or a consultant, those are all specific roles. And then once you click register, it is going to send you an email, and you must go to your email account, open it, follow the instructions to set up your password. And they are very specific with the password as well. And I believe it does give you a time frame for you to set up your password. Otherwise, if you took too long, like a day or so, you will have to request the password again. So this is just to show you the roles that NJCCIS has. It has for family child care providers, approved home or home-based providers, director, owner, or sponsor. And then it also has for consultants, early childhood specialist, assistant teacher, a teacher, another professional, a trainer, or a training agency. So those are all specific roles. And if you click the I for more information, it will give you a little more detail and clarification for what best suits you. Okay, so this is just to go over a little bit of what the help page is, because I've gotten a lot of feedback that not everyone knows what all the how-to documents that the help page has, but they are very specific. They have PDF files with screenshots of exactly what to do, step-by-step guide. So it actually does facilitate all of the features on NJCCIS. And if you do need any extra help, if you're having any difficulties, you see right at the right corner their contact information, their email. They're usually very good at getting back to you right away. Every time I have reached out, they usually do get back to me right away. I just like to send an email to the registry and also to the there's another email specifically for licensing information. So either one of those, they will send it to a specific person, and that person will contact you. You are able to change the language for NJCCIS. It has many options for any language. So if you have any family, any staff member that doesn't understand, you do have the select language tab at the top right corner, and then you will select your language and then everything will be translated. So at the bottom, as you see, additional help, as I mentioned, NJCCIS serves as a one-stop serves all. So you see specific how-to documents for licensing, for the workforce registry, for Grow New Jersey Kids, and then extra information on the Division of Family Development. So I'm just going to show you quickly how those look. So if you were to select Office of Licensing, it has all to do with your center information, provider records, position details, your employees, association request if you want to associate yourself as a director, or if a staff member wants to associate themselves to your center saying that they work for you, this is how they will do it. How to complete or renew an application, incident reports, submitting an application for a new facility. This is all in regards to licensing. So any how-to document, any technical assistance that has to do with this, there's a specific email for the people who will guide you in regards to licensing. The workforce registry part is all in regards to professional development. So how to find online training, how to edit your position, how to apply for a scholarship, because you do have an option for that. As I mentioned, how to associate yourself to a training agency, how to withdraw from events if you register for a training and you no longer want to attend. you have to withdraw from it, how to associate a director to their facility, how to request a trainer role, how to create classes or events, and how to verify a member associated with your agency. So this is all related to the professional development part. And Grow NJ Kids. So if as a licensed center, you do have the option to apply for Grow NJ Kids. So if you're interested, you will have that option on your account. And then these are just how-to documents: how to enroll to Grow NJ Kids, how to complete a self-assessment, how to file for rating, how to disengage. And obviously this goes for the family childcare providers as well. And then the last one is the Division of Family Development, which is just going to show you the NJ subsidy program resources, and then all of the childcare resource and referral agencies. So you know their contact information. For Bergen County, we do have some providers who are from Passaic. Our parents are using Passaic providers. So that's just information that we can provide to them, letting them know this is the contact information for the other R&R agencies. So that's just, just to mention briefly all of the how-to documents of the system. So once you create your account, this is how it is going to look. You will select account to see your profile. Sometimes you will get a pop-up asking you for pending profile information. You can always edit that. So this is how mine looks. Yours will probably look something similar. And you see on the left corner, on the right corner is print membership card. So to register for any training, you have to have an NJCCIS ID number. So if you do not remember it, you can print, it's a little rectangle that you can keep with you just to remember your NJCCIS ID. Then the bottom part that says user profile information, that's your personal information. If you need to edit anything, if you change emails, if you change your address, phone number, your center phone number, this is where you will do it. And do remember that this is waterfall. You will always have to scroll down to see all of the information. The second choice, role request. So if you missed the role request part at the beginning when creating an account, this is where you will go to select a specific role for you. Otherwise, you will not be able to see all of those tabs at the top. You will not be able to see registry or reports. So it's very specific for you to have a role. So the system can give you certain features for you to use. And then the next one is professional profile. We're going to talk about that next. And then when to update your password. Sometimes they need you to update your password every 3 months. Sometimes it's every 6 months, but the system will tell you. So professional profile. This information is what you put in the system. I know for certain early childhood staff that they have to complete certain hours of professional development training. So this is where they will, accumulate all of that information. So if the director is asking them, did you complete your 10 hours? Or for administrators, did you complete your 20 hours of professional development for the whole year? You can go to professional profile and print out your training transcript to show them this. If you don't know how to associate yourself to your center, you should have an option that says training agency you are associated with. If you do not have that, you have to contact the help desk so they can be able to give you access. Career level, it will show you that educational achievements. You can upload your bachelor's degree, associate's degree, all of the educational achievements you have. Professional development and certifications, we're going to talk about that next, but this is where the staff will be able to show you the certificates for any professional development training they have taken. Grants and scholarships. So if you do qualify for any scholarship or any grant, this is where you will go, and that's where it's going to show you how to apply. I will show you that later on as well. And then work experience, you can add, where you currently work, and that's how you're going to be able to associate yourself. So this system basically keeps a record of everything. So if you move from one location to another, you keep growing that file. So that's how you accumulate all of your hours, and that's how you accumulate all of, degrees and all of that stuff. And you can update all of this information. You are able to submit documentation as well. So they will tell you specific instructions on how to do that. So this is where I usually give most of the CA. It's how to find trainings, how to print out my certificate, especially right now with everything that was going on. A lot of participants, a lot of staff, they have been taking a lot of virtual training. And when they receive a certificate, you can add it to the NJCCIS system. So this is where you will go. This one is important. You have to enter the certificate information, the training information that you took manually. You have the add option, the blue box at the bottom right corner. So I did a lot of virtual training recently. So this is where I went to upload all that information so the system can keep a record of all the training that I took and what were the specific core knowledge areas that I learned about. So professional development certifications, this is basically the record of all the training you have taken. So I have information from 2014 on. If I want to print out the training transcript, this is where I will go, and it will tell you my position, my background, and it will tell you the specific hours that the staff has accumulated. So for certain staff, if they have to take specific training like child development, child abuse, health and safety annually, this is where you will go to make sure that they have met those requirements. If you're looking for a specific certificate, you will scroll through the pages until you find the training that you took. You will select the blue select box, and then it will give you an option to print certificate. So if your director is asking you to submit that, this is where you will print out your certificate to show proof that you did attend any training. So as I mentioned, I know that some staff have to do 10 hours of professional development, and administrators have to do 20 hours of professional development. So this is where they will be able to keep records of it, keep track of everything. And you're able to print all this out, either specific training or all of the ones that you have done. I briefly mentioned about grants and scholarships. So that's the following tab. If you do qualify for any scholarship, it will be there. This one specifically, it's for CDA training and for college coursework. So your staff, if they're interested in going back to school or doing the CDA, they are able to apply for this scholarship. I don't know if they're taking in new scholarships right now, but you can reach out to Office of Licensing and they will tell you if it's if you can fill out the scholarship. And this right here is a specific requirements, so you do have to read what the requirements are. I think it has to be a full-time teacher and more information. So this is where you will apply for any scholarships. I know recently we did have a health and safety grant for the childcare centers that were opening up. You were able to find it through NJCCIS right now, but it wouldn't be here. I will show you where that was located in a little bit. So this is the grants and scholarships options that everyone on NJCCIS has. In-person and online training. So this is also a step-by-step guide that I provided for you to make it easier on one of the handouts that I will be sending out to you. The professional profile is what we just went over. This is just another way to find your personal information. So you can either go to account, the first slide that I showed you, or you can select professional profile and you will find the same information. The second option, find professional development and training classes. So this is where you will go to find training. In-person or online training. Most of the training right now are virtual, so this is where you will go. My classes is because I'm a trainer, I'm able to create my classes. So I don't know if you will have that option. My events, this is if you have registered to some training and you do not remember what day it was or what time it was. This is where the record will be at. So you will go to my events to see the events that you have registered to. My staff, so for directors, this is where they will be able to see all of their staff. And also this is where they will be able to approve or deny a person that is trying to associate themselves to their center. The new scholarship application is just another way to get to scholarships. And then the bottom three choices right now, they do look a little different on the system right now, because back in the day you had to go to Better Kid Care to take the NJ Health and Safety Basics or for more virtual training. But right now Grow NJ Kids took over. So those, it will just send you directly to the NJ Health and Safety training. Right now, the state has combined that with child development for a total of 8 hours and is for free. They do have that for birth to preschool and also for school age and summer camp. So that's the NJ Health and Safety training that just started in August from Grow NJ Kids. And they do offer this in English and Spanish. And then the last one is the mandated reported child abuse and neglect. These are the main trainings: health and safety, child development, and child abuse. So those are specific. Once you click on that, it will send you directly to that training. And the same thing, it is in English and Spanish. So just to show you how it looks, if you were to select the second option, find professional development and training classes, you want to see what trainings are available, what's virtual. It's better for you to know the event ID number. It is the best option to find trainings if you know it. Otherwise, you don't have to fill out all of those options. But if you know that you want training from a specific training agency, you will go there. If you want to just see everything that's available, Bergen County, let's say, you will go there. If you only want to see online training, that's what you will select. So I usually like to go by training agency or county, but do know that you can take any training from any agency and any county. So once you find that training, on the next slide, this is how you will see. So it will be waterfall. You will see all the professional development training that is available. You will navigate through the pages. And once you see something that you like, you will select that blue box right at the left corner that you see with an arrow. You will select, and then it will be a drop down with extra information on the training. So it will provide you, what the training is about, how many people are registered, is there a fee, is there a capacity limit. If you need more information, like a thorough description of the training, you see that addition sign all the way at the right corner. That's where you will select to get extra information of what type of training this is, what knowledge area does it cover, is it for family child care providers only, or is it for any other staff? And then you will have the option to register for this event. So that's how you register for professional development training. And then let's just say that you do not want to attend the training anymore. So you want to withdraw. So as I mentioned earlier, you will go to My Events and you will get a list of all the trainings that you have registered. If you want to print out that list to see, what you have coming up, that's where you will go. But what I want to, mention to you is that if you do not want to attend a training, if you are no longer interested, you have to go to My Events to withdraw yourself from the event, because NJCCIS, they keep a record if you do like a no-show or you just don't withdraw. So what they're going to do with 2 no-shows, they're going to lock you out and you're not going to have access to it. So definitely go to My Events and withdraw yourself from the class so you are able to still have access to the page. Because if they lock you out, as I mentioned, you have to call the help desk for they to give you access to this page again. So it is important to withdraw. Two times that you don't withdraw from the event, they will lock you out. Also, let me just show you the next slide. That's how you will cancel registration for this event. So once you select the training, it will give you the same thing, the same option as how you will register. Now it will give you an option to cancel registration for this event. And also, if you are late to a professional development training, or you just do a no-show, you won't receive no credit. So definitely let the instructor know if you are running 10 minutes late, or if you are leaving 10 minutes before the training ends. Make sure that your instructor knows, because it is up to her to give you credit for the course or just put late or left early. And that is not beneficial because it will not give you credit for the class. Okay. So just to go over the part of applications. So this is for, the directors, for the childcare centers, or for family childcare providers. This is where they will go to fill out any application. So family childcare providers are the ones who are caring for children at home. So if they want to become one, this is where they will go, an approved home new application, or an FCC new application. Both of those are for family childcare. And that's how they will fill out an application. The family childcare coordinator will receive a notification, review the application, and then contact the person for the rest of the requirements. If it is a childcare center, direct them applying for, to open up a center, this is where they will go to fill out an application. Office of Licensing will be the ones receiving that notification. And then I'm assuming that they're going to ask you for all of the requirements and all of that. Request for license exemption, there's an application for that. And there's also an application for the subsidy youth camp enrollment. We do have a courtesy request form option. And we also do have a childcare center sponsor change. So if it's the same center changing sponsors, you will have to fill out that application first in order for that process to get started. So any application that you choose is going to take you directly to fill that out. And it will tell you specifically what the requirements are, what you need to fill out. And it will also tell you if you missed anything, it will show you what part you are missing. So NJCCIS is very specific with all of the features that they have. So those are applications. The other tab that says provider, we're going to cover that next. Registry, I mentioned, that's in regards to the trainings and all of that stuff. For the other tab that says reports, so I don't think this would apply to you. For us, we do have to submit reports to the state of, everything that we're doing, or any training that's we've been doing. So that's reports. And then admin is just other specific admin features. So for example, if I get any notification, a specific assignment, this is where that will go to. So this is to show you the provider quick links, because this is new. So this is what I see for my organization. As I mentioned, I work for Bergen County Office for Children. So this is my organization's information. So this is what parents or any individual will see, the top part. Before, I don't know why it says type family childcare sponsoring organization, but this is their ID number, that's their address, phone number, and then the map location. So for you, if you want to go to providers and select my provider, you should be able to see your center information there. You have access to this. Let's just say a parent is looking for a center to take their children. This is where they will go to find providers around the area, and they will get, basic information. Just basic. They don't see the extra information that licensing would have. But this is where all that information is. So this is just that part is what is displayed to the public. The bottom part, that's quick links, This is important because this is where you're able to see more information about your program, and that's where you will be able to edit some information about your program as well. So I only have those 3 options for my organization: provider information, file cabinet, and letters. But if you are a family childcare provider or a licensed childcare center, you will have more information on quick links. Unfortunately, I didn't take a screenshot of that part. So it's just going to give you a bunch of tabs. So just to use it as an example, this is a family childcare information. So it will tell you their provider type, the capacity, has there been any complaints, are there any non-compliances, when was the last visit. It will also give them the option for Grow NJ Kids as well. If your program qualifies, that will automatically pop up. And then that's when you have the option to enroll in Grow NJ Kids. If you select that, the Grow NJ Kids TA specialist, I'm assuming that they will get a notification and then they will reach out to you to let you know what the process is. So this is what, as I mentioned, open for the public, this part right here. So if parents are, looking for your center or, something like that, this is the main thing that they will see. But this part also, this is the quick links part that I wanted to mention. So these are all the options that as a provider will see: case management, complaints, file cabinet, inspection tasks, all of that stuff. So this is where the extra information is. For example, I selected provider admin, and that's where you're able to see your contact information. So some of this information you are able to edit, but some information you will not be able to edit because, for example, if you change your phone number, you do have to inform the CCRNR, because then that will, especially for the providers who are caring for subsidy children, because that is all linked. And if you change something that important, that's going to cause changes to the rest of the stuff, the rest of the documents, especially subsidy parents, because, there's contracts and everything. So it will only let you edit some information. The rest, you have to do it through your agency, because they have to make sure that everything it's the same. So just to, briefly mention your contact information, provider status, are you an active provider or not? From what time to what time are you open? That's the hours of operations. Union status. I know for family childcare providers, once they become registered, they're automatically part of a union. So that information will be there, who to contact. If they don't want to be part of that union, then they will just have to, get out of that. Subsidy information is you care for subsidy children, subsidy, families. So you will have specific subsidy information there. And that's how we will be able to see what providers came in for what family. And what we do is we keep track of all the information to make sure that it is just in one system. Social media links, if some providers have, social media accounts, that's where more information will be located. And so most of this information right there is more confidential. Only the provider will be able to see, or Office of Licensing, or the R&R specialist, because, this is, important information. So this is a little more confidential. But as you go through each one of them, you will be able to see what you're able to edit. And if you need to submit any paperwork, this is where it happens. So when your licensed inspector goes to visit your center and they need to make any notation, all that information will be there. And you will see an option that says who is your licensed inspector and when was the last visit they were there. All of that information will be there. So that's why it's a little more confidential. Besides that, on quick links, you are able to do the serious incident report, for example, that will go straight to licensing. And then other information on Grow NJ Kids, it will be there. any enforcement, letters, all that. So as I mentioned, NJCCIS is very, tricky because it has a lot of features. So you want to know exactly where you're going, what the public is able to see, what you're able to edit. And it's important, if you are a licensed childcare provider or family childcare provider, it's important for you to have this account, because this is where everything, all the information it's here. So I think that's pretty much it, all the overview of NJCCIS. If you have any questions about this system, let me know.